Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy, the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with your twin flame energy update. I feel like there's a lot going on in the collective on our journeys right now, and as you can see, like lately, I've been posting more frequently, just to help you guys and to make sure you don't stay off track of what the ultimate goal is. Because I do see that like there's a lot of like negative like videos being posted about like the twin flame journey, and we got to make sure that the energy we're putting out is nothing but love and light. And at the end of the day, if someone really don't understand the twin flame journey, then they can just throw out all kind of messages and like kind of steer, the viewer that's really seeking some, understanding and just want more knowledge about it. And that's kind of giving them like mixed signals. Okay. So again, anything that pertains to the twin flame connection, it's not so much about toxic, it's not so much about being intensified, it's about the journey and about what is the ultimate goal that you're going to achieve, besides coming into union with each other, because again, in reality, we're already in union with ourselves, right? So or we are already one. So keep that in mind. You, on this journey, you and your divine masculine or divine feminine are already one. Whatever you feel, they feel. You're connected. You can't cut cords. Your twin flame is your twin flame. Um, you may not be able to be together this lifetime. You'll get it next time. But what I'm trying to tell you is like a lot of us are, waking up. A lot of us are rising to higher ascension, because this is the time for that 144,000 light workers to start to make the move into the universe. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you should look up that information. The 144,000 light workers is also in every, it's in the Bible, it's in Native American information, it's like all over. So it's not, again, I said this the other day, it's not a coincidence that we're all rising right now, that you see all these, psychic stores, you see all these metaphysical stores, like people literally have a psychic shop. And I know me growing up, maybe would see like little things like that, but I wouldn't be, I wouldn't pay it any mind. But now it's like, I'm like, whoa, this is dope. Like you have people outside with their crystal tables, like set up, like selling their crystals. You have more metaphysical stores. You have more Reiki, you know, offices where you can get like services done. You have, Akashic records being read. You have deep soul, like energy work being done. There's so much, and that's because these specific individuals, they all have their like gifts, and like as you come into your own, you'll be able to understand, excuse me, it's just not about the twin flame journey. This is about a journey that you and your twin flame, divine masculine, divine feminine, you had to awaken, you had to understand what was needed of you. And all of us are being called to this big mission, like that we are being prepared for, like ourselves, the children that we have, maybe their children's children, but I don't think it'll get that far. And like I said, look up the information about the 144,000 light workers, okay? And you'll understand what I'm talking about. Okay, let me dive right into the reading for the twin flame energy update. And I'll try to do this like every other day. As you can see, I'm back recording on my MacBook because I was uploading a video that I did a reading for a customer. So I want to give a shout out to Arifa. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you so much for booking me for the twin flame reading. And to those who, wrote me today, I'm just blown away by like how amazing you guys have been to me, how you've been leaving comments, how you've been like sending me motivation, because I could use it too. Like we're all going through the retrograde, we're all going through the eclipses, the shifts. So like for us spirituals, like it's very like tough for us too. Like we have to ground and shield constantly because like we're affected. But I just really want to say thank you to all of you guys again. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It doesn't always have to be a financial donation, but you can do an energy exchange by, subscribing to my channel, by liking my channel, by telling someone else about my channel that's really, wanting to get that information. And today I had, I'm going to share something with you really quick, so don't fast forward to the reading just yet. I want to share something really awesome with you guys. Okay. So today, I just want to give a shout out to Arian Divine. Your words were so beautiful. And I'm so glad that the reading that I posted like resonated with you. And I believe it was one about the divine. Um, Marika Peen, I call her Miss Peen. She got a reading last week, and then she wrote on the video that I posted last night, I believe, "You never disappoint." And then Renee, I want to give you a shout out for your love and support. And she wrote, "I'm so pleased I found you. Would like to enhance my gifts." So, guys, at the end of the day, I know what my life path is, and I've already been told like all of my information that I need to know. And I know there's going to be more revealed to me, but I do know the one thing that I have to do is, like, for example, if someone meets me or you meet me for the first time and you look into my eyes, immediately you begin your awakening process. I like the way for you guys to start your awakening process. So, not saying you and in particular, but anyone that physically crosses my path, it starts. So I can tell you about that story like on another video, but I'm just trying to give you like insight on how I've come to accept who I am. And like the other day when I was, a little sad, I remember hearing a voice from spirit, and it's like, "You are powerful, you're amazing, you are here to change the world. Why don't you carry yourself such? Why don't you, you know, treat yourself in such a way? Why do you think you're not beautiful, you're not powerful?" Like immediately spirit was trying to get me back on track, because we have the days that we just feel like we're just depleted, and that's why it's important, like me investing in that iPad. I know in the long run it'll come back, because I know I genuinely did it for you guys. Like my iPad's uploading for a client, so I have to get this information out to you, so I had to bring my MacBook back out. So with that being said, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me dive right into the reading. So for the first row here, I have Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, Romance Oracle, your Mystic Moon Twin Flame messages, and then your Light Worker Oracles. And this is the message from the Divine in which you should be doing and what you should be doing in regards to your life path and purpose, and what steps you need to do to get ready for that. So for Divine Masculine, for Divine Feminine, sorry, the Surrender card came out yet again. I've been getting this card for the last couple of days, and also in a private reading for the Divine Masculine though. So Surrender came out. So I feel like a lot of the Divine Feminines have to just surrender to the situation, and it's just like, you know what? I know what this is. I know it's not in my head. I know I'm gonna, in the end, it's gonna be positive. It's gonna be a positive situation. Right now, I can't stress. Right now, I can't worry about that. Divine is telling me that Divine is going to take care of it. I'm going to trust into Divine, because at the end of the day, Divine Feminine is getting those signs. You're seeing those orbs. You're seeing those beautiful, sparkly, like glittery kind of lights in front of you. It's hard to explain like what I'm trying to say, but some of you may get it. So Spirit is all around you. Like you're always like heavenly guarded. So that's why like you've come up to a point where you have no fear in your heart. You have no worry. What will be, will be. But you already know, because your archangels, your, ancestors, whoever you've been really communicating to about this situation, they've told you on numerous occasions, stop worrying, don't worry, give it time. And if I am saying something that you know is true, hit like or shoot me a comment and tell me that I'm speaking the truth. So for Divine Feminine, you need to keep surrendering. Let the Divine handle it. Let go of trying to fight everything. Just be yourself. Love yourself. Have fun. Don't worry about anything. The next part that came out is grief. Okay? For Divine Feminine, it's not so much that you're like grief, like it's like grief, oh, this is a headache, this is that. But I feel like in this particular collective right here, who I'm speaking to, it's not about the grief. It's more about, like, how do I say this? Like, you know what? This would have been so like amazing. Like this would have been so awesome. But I know this, my Divine Masculine needs time. So it's not so much about grief with you personally. It's about you're looking at the situation and you're like, my Divine Masculine needs time. Dang, that sucks. But surrendering is what you have to do to get it done. Okay? So it's not about grief like you're down on yourself and you're down about this connection. You're just like, oh man, like we got a ways to go. Like we got to really, get through this, right? But the next card that came out is still reminding you, when you get into those low points, when you're getting into that place where you don't understand, this is your twin flame. Stop doubting the connection. It is your twin flame. How many times are you going to ask archangels for show me a sign, show me a sign? And I know a lot of you divine feminines have been doing that. I've done it myself, because you're in doubt. You're like, oh, show me a sign. For the last time, this is your divine masculine. This is your twin flame connection. This is real. This is happening. So let go, surrender, and let divine rock you through it, okay? For the next card that came out, healing. I'm so proud of divine feminine. A lot of the divine feminine are really into their healing, meditating, getting more in tune with their spiritual gifts, getting more in tune about what they want to do in regards to their life purpose, and actually seeking out mentors. That's what I'm hearing, seeking out mentors to get more support on your journey, because you're going to need your tribe. So you're going to see things fall away. You're going to see people that you thought would be there forever, and you're just like, what? Like you're not what I'm on. Like, my vibration is here, and you're like lost in the sauce, and I can't have that. It's not like you're acting like you're better than anyone, but at the same time, you know that divine, that spirit, like, again, the 144,000 light workers, you're being called to something greater, all right? And you got to be able to handle that. You got to be able to know that the position that you and your divine masculine have been placed in, you would not have been given this position if you was not ready for the mission, okay? Sometimes I'll say little army terms like that and stuff like that, but it's the truth. If divine felt you couldn't handle it, you wouldn't have been chosen, okay? Because this connection, no one in any regular relationship will be able to handle what we go through. And I'm stating facts. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to keep it above, because it is intense. Sometimes it drives you to the point of just losing your mind. But at the end of the day, like I said, when you stop resisting and start to surrender, you start to get your aha moments. It all makes sense. We have to get out of the 3D and start focusing more with the 5D. Okay? So that is for divine feminine. For divine masculine, the first card that came out was Muse. Okay? Muse. So I feel like with this card coming out for divine masculine, like they're creating something. They're creating a new them. They're creating, like, trying to figure out, trying to paint, this, a picture of like what they want this connection to be. But at the same time, it can't be like that. It's about what divine is calling you guys to do, what work you guys are meant to do together, or what lessons you need to learn from each other. But he's painting something, trying to create something. And also with Muse being at the bottom, you are his muse. It's not a coincidence that the twin flame journey, we are all creatives. Like, we either play piano, we have gifts, we can make music. It's like very, artsy. So, even your divine masculine could be a painter. Like, you never, watch your cards, and then it'll make sense. So, for the next card that came out is Mask. So, with Mask, I feel like with divine masculine, like, he is starting to understand, like, what this connection is and what is happening, and that mask is coming off. Before, remember, the mask was on, like, he wasn't really up to the know with, what was happening. And then now divine is showing divine masculine, like, you're getting the signs. Maybe divine masculine is watching twin flame journey videos. He's seeing synchronicities. And we're going to consistently say this because it's interchangeable. Because divine feminine, even though you're awakened, you're still seeing your synchronicities. You're still seeing your signs. You're still seeing, things related spiritually. And, like, you're feeling it, as a light worker or empath or indigo, whether it's crystal, rainbow, So, the mask is coming off. I don't get, like, this divine masculine is hiding from you anymore. And I guarantee you, come August, like, there's going to be a lot changing, because you've given them time and space to figure their stuff out. Like, you know what, I'm not chasing, I'm not running after you. Like, you know what, I'm over this. Like, you're not over the connection, you're just over the extraness. And you're deciding to love your divine masculine from that heart space. And you're just like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But I know you'll be back. Because at the end of the day, you know it's in cycles. Like I said on another video, men, myself and my divine masculine is always 3 cycles. Like, we'll be great, separation for 3. Great, separation for 3 months. Great, separation for 3 months. So when you come into that next connection, like, everything's going to start to fall into place depending on where you are in your journey with your twin flame. Okay? The next message that came out is received. So your divine masculine is receiving the messages. Your divine masculine is really getting what is being communicated to, you know, him or her, because it can be interchangeable. And when I see that hand, it makes me like smile. It makes my heart like melt, because it's like, okay, I'm ready. Like, I'm here. Like, I'm not resisting anymore. And I don't think anyone ever looked at that card or this card that way. It's like, I'm here. I raise my hand. I accept. You understand what I'm saying? So for divine masculine, he's accepting. He's not running anymore. He feels what's I'm trying to say the right word. Just give it a try. Like, what's the worst can happen? Because a lot of the divine feminines would always be like, you know, I never got the right chance. Like, you've never given me a chance. You was always caught up with your karmic, you know, etc., etc., etc. And now divine masculine is like, you know what? After everything else, like, why not now? Why not? And this is where the resisting part comes in, that, and letting go of the ego and allowing divine to take full control. Remember the video I posted last night for you guys, and it was saying the divine masculine is taking too long, so the divine has stepped in. That's still the energy. So either divine masculine can do it willingly, or he can get pushed unwillingly. And sometimes it doesn't matter if we have free will or not. Like some of us who have been chosen with our gifts, sometimes you cannot turn it off. When it's your gift, it's your gift. And when the divine, when God, spirit, your heavenly council has missions for you to do, you're going to either get it now, or you're going to keep suffering until you accept. And I am a living witness to that. The next card that came out for divine masculine is fresh start. What did I tell you? Like, divine masculine is like, you know what? I just want to start over. Like, I know I was manipulative in the beginning. I know I didn't understand this connection. I know I was, you know, being selfish by holding on to my karmic and holding on to you. I know I was being selfish, but not by not giving. And, you know, all I did was take and not give. Like, the roles are gonna reverse. Like, they're gonna give to you more. They're gonna be there for you more. They're gonna open their heart to you, because they realize, like, something happened with those tarot moments where they realize that you have been there, rather wrong, right, or indifferent. And that's what makes you different than any person in their lives, because you're the only one who's been able to love them unconditionally, be there for them unconditionally, whether wrong, right, or indifferent, like I said. And still, after everything, your divine masculine energy is interchangeable. You can still look at your divine masculine and give straight unconditional love. That says a lot. And your divine masculine knows that. So these are the messages from divine feminine to divine masculine. So it says, lying was just easier for me than telling you the truth. Or this is from your divine, no, this is from your divine masculine to your divine feminine, sorry. So lying was just easier for me than telling you the truth. And even for the divine divine feminine could have lied and tried to downplay, you know, his or her gifts, because she didn't want divine masculine to think, you know, he or she didn't want divine masculine to think that they were a weirdo. So that has happened too. Like, oh my God, like, what does my divine masculine want to think? Like, you know, because your divine masculine isn't all the way awakened as you are. So there were some things that you hid from your divine masculine just because you wasn't secure in yourself, right? It says, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. No, this is the deck divine feminine to divine masculine. The reason why the divine feminine feels that she doesn't or she can't meet those expectations is because right now she's thinking about what the divine masculine used to be. So when she gets into that unconditional heart space, she's going to see that the divine masculine has changed so much. Okay? I just wasn't ready for you. Divine feminine had no idea that divine masculine was going to come up, you know, and just knock his or her socks off to the divine feminine. And that came to a shock to a lot of divine feminines, because we had, again, I've said this in other videos, we've had our spiritual gifts. We've known about them. But it was the moment the divine masculine showed up where they were times 1,000. Because we are on this journey to get things right. And because of the way the world is right now, I really don't think that we have much free will. Like, everyone's like, oh, you got free will, this and the other. Yeah, but, the world is dying. And we light workers are here, and we need some ammunition. And so we need everybody to get on point so we can get to doing what our mission is. I mean, we're already doing that now. I'm doing it now by speaking to you. The shop, like my favorite store that I go to, my metaphysical shop, I love going in there. I'm confident now. I ask for my tools that I need. They support me. They smile. They even order stuff for me if they don't have, because I'm a consistent shopper. And it's not that I want to just collect crystals and do all of this other stuff, but this is for, like, what's coming in the near future. Like, you got to be ready. And your divine masculine has to be ready too, but you cannot rush your divine masculine process. You cannot rush your divine masculine's pace of where he needs to be to come into, his awakening. Because to be fair, you got yours the way you got it. And if you notice, during your awakening was the most of your alone times, where you were up all night, where you were tossing and turning, where you felt like just heavy, tense, dense energy all around you, because you were being purged, right? So the last message to divine masculine from divine feminine is, your intensity frightens and allures me at the same time. I feel like this is for both. It's just amazing, because even though like, you're afraid, like, it's just like, but it's like that adrenaline rush. Like, I need to see what this is. I need to see what's going on, because you have all these gifts. Like, some people, like I said, may be afraid of your gifts, but then it allures them at the same time. And the same thing for your divine masculine. For my situation, for example, my divine masculine didn't doubt that I had the gifts. My divine masculine just wanted to stay ignorant to it. That was exactly verbatim what my divine masculine said. And so I think now my divine masculine is slowly starting to, like, figure it out. And I do feel like the reason why my divine masculine chose to stay ignorant to it, because it has something to do with childhood trauma. But until my divine masculine is ready to open up and communicate and tell me, like, what that's about, I'm just going to sit and support, and leave that heart space open to allow, my divine masculine to know that, no matter what, I'm rocking, you rolling, and vice versa. Okay? So let's do divine. Okay, let's do twin flame messages from divine masculine to divine feminine. So for the first message that came out, and this just made my heart so warm, it says, I still love you. Duh. Like, I love you too. Like, we all know, like, we love each other. That's no doubt in our minds. And that's no doubt in our hearts either. And at the end of the day, like, I've been on this journey with my divine masculine for, I'm going to say 2.5 years, because the first 6 months was perfect, had no clue. Then after that, that's when everything started to happen. So I'll say, I've been on a journey with my twin flame for 3 years, but with the spiritual part of it, 2.5. So the next card that came out to divine feminine from divine masculine, I'm a better person because of you. Yeah, you open up your divine masculine to so much, to see things from a different, perspective, to love unconditionally, to not be so much about the material world. The next part that came out, it's easier to just stay away right now. So your divine masculine just wants you to know, like, I'm just like taking a time out because I need to really figure this stuff out. I need to get my head in the game and figure it out. And if you watch all of the like twin flame videos, like my favorite is Jupiter 1111, twin flame healer, um, conscious evolution, angelic 333, I believe. Um, who else do I like? There's so many. I know there's Star Moon Angel 1111. I know there's Happy, the Happy Soul Coach. She's really good. So there's a lot of videos that I watch in regards to the journey as well that are positive. That's like not poisonous. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's the last thing you need right now is like toxic entering your mind when you're trying to clear things out for the journey. It says being apart has been life changing for me because now the divine masculine sees like what life is like without you being there. Like some of the divine feminine has really like been on their own thing. They haven't been like hawking and calling and doing that like chaser thing, chasing the divine masculine down. No, because she's in her power now. Like this, I'm telling you, about 90% of the divine feminine is in their power right now. They're not chasing. They may be. It's okay like to think into like writing your journal about your divine masculine, but they're not physically going to pick up the phone, call. They haven't been showing up. It's just been okay. Well, I'm just holding space for you as I continue to do my self healing, as I continue to better myself, because I know ultimately me doing this is bringing you to be a better person. Because you never want to do this to get your twin flame back. Like, we're going to be in union. Like, if I do all of this, we're going to be together. Because that's not the message, okay? And I want you to understand that. This is about you. This is about your growth. This is about, you guys are already one. So you don't have to worry about all that extra stuff. You need to be your true authentic self and make sure you're leading right. Make sure you're awakening others. Make sure you're being positive and on a high vibration, okay? The next part I have is the romance oracles, okay? So for the first part, it says, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So if you feel like too much time has gone by for you to reach out to your twin flame and communicate with them, and you feel like you really got like a good sense in your heart that your twin flame is good, like reach out, express your love. Maybe you weren't the one before that was easy to do that. Show that, all right? Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So maybe, they're having a hard time coming to terms with, like, maybe they were raised in, a Catholic church. Maybe they were raised in Baptist. Maybe they were Muslim. Whatever, whatever it is, religious factors was a part of it. Because if I was raised to believe this and now I'm seeing this, what do I do? So religious factors isn't like, someone of a different religion can't marry you or something like that. I'm thinking it's more spiritual. I know it's more spiritual. We were raised this way. Like I told you the other day, my family in the South will tell you quick, don't talk to that girl. I heard she been reading them cards. Like, and that's how they say it. Never knowing that half of us had all the gifts from our Cherokee great grandmothers and grandfathers. So like my great grandfather was a chief Indian. Like, his name's Running Bear. Didn't have a first, last name. My great grandfather's name was Chief Running Bear. So, like, I want to broaden your horizons a little bit so you can understand. Okay? Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. This twin flame journey is real and it is worth exploring, but it's gonna change your life for the better, for the universe, for the world, for what's to come. So you don't have these gifts by mistake. So I wish you would stop acting like you're regular, like you're not special, like you're not meant here, or not, that you weren't put here to be something bigger than what you are right now. And I don't say that for you to be cocky or myself to be cocky, but you have to start accepting and realizing that You are pretty dope. And you can't let, other outside influences who don't even understand the connection, who don't even understand you on a spiritual level, tell you about your business, right? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. That's it. Don't think negative about the connection. That's the first thing. Because you're going to end up being lost in the sauce and back at square one. What you need to do is let the divine handle it. Because if divine masculine don't want to wake up or do what divine masculine needs to do, then divine's going to kick up the pace anyway. So the next cards I'm going to read are your Lightworker Oracle. So I'm not going to read the entire page to you. What I want you to do, and this is like kind of like a study thing for us, like we have to go out there and like get information. You can't just expect all the information, given to you all the time. So if we're going to do this journey the right way, we're going to be, you're going to subscribe to me. We're going to be there for each other. We're going to communicate. Like we got to make sure that we're out there studying just like I have to study. So I'll get the tools. I'll have everything we need. But I'm going to give you the information for you to look up yourself. Then I want you to come back and write me and let me know, what resonates, what you feel you need to do. And I want you guys to start taking control of your life path and purpose, because it's leading you somewhere that you didn't even expect you were going to be. So for the first card that came out in the Lightworker Oracle is 26, Key of Light. So you can Google Lightworker Oracle by Alana Fairchild, and you can type in like number 26, and you should be able to see what the meaning of the card is, okay? Of the Oracle card. Because this is the part where I want you to really start investing in your life path, in your life purpose, and understand what this journey is about. The next card that came out, Sixth Ray of Devotion. Sixth Ray of Devotion. The next card that came out, Eternal Now. Eternal Now. And the last card that came out, 33, Master Healing. Got it? Master Healing. So again, this Oracle deck is by Alana Fairchild, and it's the Lightworker Oracle deck. So with that being said, guys, do not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Please let me know your comments in the comment section. Again, I'm sorry that I had to record on my MacBook instead of the iPad, but again, I have a client's video uploading. Shout out to Arifa for booking me for TWINFLAME reading, and I'm just really excited to continue working with you. And for those who have wrote me asking for support on the journey and like enhancing your gifts, shoot me an email on what you believe your gifts are, and we'll talk from there. If you would like to book a reading with me, the information is in the description box, and you can check the prices. I'm not high or expensive, but I have learned, and after going to my spiritual mentor the other day, I have to get out of the mindset of like feeling guilty for doing my work. You know what I mean? Because like one time I did this spiritual, I did something for like a Reiki doctor, right? And so when he saw like how my hands healed, immediately he started like, oh my God, like you can make $15,000. And I got terrified because I was like, oh my God, like it's because I'm already accepting my gifts. Now you want to sit here and tell me that like I can be like a millionaire off my gifts. So at the end of the day, I had this big fear of taking money. So I would just do it from love. But then all of a sudden, I just started to get depleted, and I started having everybody else's like energy weighing on me until I got Reiki done and got it cleared. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what made sense to me. And my mentor told me like there has to be an exchange, whether it's small donation, financial, because this takes a lot of our energy. We're connecting to a lot of you guys. And if it's not a financial donation, you subscribing to my channel, you telling someone about my channel, you emailing me and just asking for support, I'm all for it, no matter what. I'm here for you guys. This is my job. This is what I've been called to do. I have to lead you to where we're going. And that is within our group, the 144,000 light workers. So love and light, guys. I'll talk to you soon.